Alright, I think we're live. So I'm gonna get this link posted up on Facebook here real quick, and then we'll get our stream going here. Alright, that should be posted. Yep, we're live. Alright, hey Brock. How's everyone doing tonight? Everyone else watching the stream too, how's everyone doing? Alright, let's get started. So we're just gonna drive the Steiger back. Something new we bought here, we're just gonna drive it back and get it parked for now because we're not gonna be using it. Hello McManus Farms. Let's go. So you got Case Steiger 370. This might be getting traded out. This is just a demo for right now. We would be buying something else case. But for now, this is just a demo unit. Just brought your new tractor home. What'd you get? Hey, Joey. And then we got a couple of, 3 other new tractors. One of them was a direct replacement. The other, no, 2 of them were. The one is new. If it lags a little bit every here and there to start, it's because I had shader errors and the game lags really badly when you load back up. I tried to go around and load in most of the map, but if there is lag, that's why. It'll go away eventually. About 2520 John Deere. Awesome. Yeah, so this lag here is because of that, the shader errors, so ignore that. Alright, well, we're gonna drive this down. Actually, I'm just pulling in at the dairy for now. We'll move it later on. Wow, it's lagging. I don't even know where we're at right now. Game's lagging horribly bad. There we go. Jeez. Yes, I do use the steering. Okay, so our first new piece of equipment is we got a John Deere 9460 RT. This is custom modding's 9RT, just fixed color. It's got brand KMN's Deer Green. Hey Riggs. So we're going to use this to go pick up our Kinsey mocktail in a minute. Then we also got, it's at this farm, we have a Challenger MT 845E. We have that on the Great Plains Max Chisel. So we got that. All 3 tractors that we have bought have dynamic tracks. Or 3D tracks, I should say. And then up here, we're going to be using that to harvest today. Or as our harvest crew. We got a John Deere 8345 RT. And it's got the dynamic tracks on it as well. So 3 brand new tractors to the farm that we're going to be all of them will get put to work today, I think, if not very soon. So let's go take the 9RT. We're going to go pick up the Kinsey. Nope, no shoutouts. Nothing much, Riggs. We're just getting some just getting started here with harvest and then tillage. Oops, we got to turn off the cabin lighting here. Alright, let's go pick up our Kinsey and bring that back. So yeah, this thing looks amazing with 3D tracks on it. I love this. So we're just running the, we're not running 3-point hitch. We got that. We don't have any logos on it because we're not using a scraper and we're not a custom crew. So we're just using a custom harvesting crew. So we're just no decal. Yes, I do use seasons, but we aren't right now because of harvest. The combine doesn't work with seasons, last I remember, so we're not going to be using seasons until we're done with harvest. So this thing has dynamic hoses ready, so that's nice. Alright, let's get this. We're at 9460 RT. This thing requires 500 horse, so we may not be able to pull it full speed, but we should be okay to pull it across the ground. If it's not fast enough, we'll put the 9520 RT in it, but I think we're okay. So let's get this back, and then we'll hop in the FS17 and get some more corn done. So yeah, we're back on how the boats actually, obviously, because I felt like playing it again. Just needed a little bit of a break. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those PC sim videos the last couple days. I do plan to record more this weekend for next week because that is one of my favorite games to play besides Farm Sim. So I am going to be playing that again soon. And then I do plan on playing ATS soon, hopefully, on the channel. I don't know when, but I do plan on firing that up. Maybe doing some multiplayer with some friends or something. Alright, we're just going to work up. I'm going to work up a little bit of one pass of wheat here just to try it out. I am going to change out the wheat texture on this map to a better one that I found. And raise up the stubble height just to be a little bit more realistic. Alright, let's see this. Why is this thing not working? I think I broke it when I was editing it. Yeah, I broke it. Alright, we'll fold this up and we'll let that go for now, being somehow I broke it. So let's go harvest. Get the 670 fired up. So we got this going, and then be running the 8RT. So yes, I hope to get back onto a more daily streaming schedule soon, so, or maybe not daily, but close to daily, because I know I haven't been streaming as much lately, but I needed a break from the game, so, I'll be back in it soon for a daily schedule. So, how's the weather by everyone? Because I know here, I think spring should be arriving next week, I hope. I think it's supposed to finally hit 50 degrees next week. But yeah, maybe it's been very cold here. We had an inch of snow on the ground this morning, but that's gone already. When do I want to do what? I think I know what you're talking about, but I need to do more farming again. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I definitely plan on playing a lot more farms. And an announcement I do want to make. I do have my own Discord server now. It will be a public server. It's got all the channels set up, everything ready to go. So I do have a public Discord server. Oh, and if you want to put a link in here in the chat, you can. And then I'll be in there. We can talk. There'll be certain times where I'm on there. If we do ATS multiplayer or something like that, there'll be times for that. You guys can talk in there, post pictures, stuff like that. Playing the new map I made. I have not made a map. I'm only editing one, which I'm nowhere near finishing yet. It needs a lot of work. Hey Jay, say Asher. You like that Kelly Diamond? Cool. Yeah, that thing is cool. It's too big for this map, otherwise I'd use it. But. So yeah, there's the Discord server. Oh, and put it in chat. So if you guys want to join into that, if you guys have Discord, and then I won't be in there all the time, but you guys can join. You guys can chat, post pictures, and I'll join every once in a while when we're doing something. You mean the one you made the new video on that map? Oh, I didn't make the map. Oh, the video on that map? Wind Chaser, I think you're talking about. Yeah, I might play in there again. We'll see. How's it going? Pretty good. How about you? Feels good to be back down, back in live streaming again. I really do miss doing it after taking a break. So yeah, for anyone who is watching the video later on too, that's not in the live stream, I'll try to remember to put a link to the Discord in the description once this is uploaded. I'll try to remember. If I don't, I'll try to remember it in the future, but there should be a link in there in the description for anyone who is watching the video. Yeah, we're going to be harvesting corn. The beans aren't ready yet, which is, they should be ready soon. But for now, we're running corn, got all the wheat done. Those two fields are worked up. And, so yeah, we're just getting the corn done. That's really the only thing we can do right now. Yep. I hope you make a series out of Wind Chaser. I don't know, I might. Let's see. I mean, I like the map, but it's just, it needs work. I do like it, though. It's just, it needs work. It needs to be rebuilt, kinda. It just needs a new look to it. I did change the cord stock, texture on the plant. I think I like it. I think it looks pretty good. You love autumn oaks? Yeah, I do too. I can't wait for harvest to reach. 64%. We're gonna keep going. I'm not gonna unload. So yeah, for the Discord, if anyone wants to join, it is going to be, we'll be able to go in there. I might do host public servers and farm sim sometimes, just no mods or something, just having fun, or I might do ATS multiplayer, or just ATS or whatever in there. You can share pictures and stuff in there, so be sure to join that, and I'll be in there at some point. So we got about one more pass left on this strip, and we'll be wrapping this one up. Be able to move on. We got that strip, or no, those two fields, those three fields there to do. And then we got, I believe, one more field over there. No, 2 fields. We got quite a bit more. We got a lot of corn to do. I would consider upgrading to a 12-row head, but I don't know. This seems a little bit overkill. I think we'll stick with the 8-row. I have the option to go up to a 12-row if I want, but for now I think we'll just stick with the 8. Let's ride in cab for a little bit. So yeah, we got the, what I like about this is the corn header is lined up perfectly with the in-game farm sim rows, which makes it very easy to harvest without GPS if you're following the rows, because you can line up the end of the header and keep yourself straight. Because as long as that is in between the 2 rows of corn, you're all set, which is nice. Because most headers don't line up, and it makes it very hard to harvest from in cab in a straight line because of that. So we're at 92%. I think we should be able to finish the strip without having to unload, but we'll see here because corn's actually yielding pretty well. I thought I hit something there for a second, but it was just lag. I hate how it does that, where it puts in like that extra 3rd row of corn, but it's just the animation. But yeah, I did change out the foliage texture for in the in-game corn, so the animation is the actual texture that we're harvesting. It's not the in-game texture anymore. I should do that with beans too. I don't think I did that. I think I only did it with corn. And then we made he made a technically it's called a maze windrow, even though it's not really a windrow, but that's what the game recognizes it as. So the texture coming out the back of the combine has also changed to the fodder that we're currently using, which is really cool. Alright, we're at 97. It's going to be a close fit. I don't know if we'll be able to make it or not. Get the pipe folded out. I think yep, there it is. Thought I hit the button. 98. I don't think we're gonna make it. Dominator modding crew is working on it. 99. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. We'll have to get the 8RT. Yep. Alright, let's grab the 8RT here. Hey, Devin. So we got this on the Brent V800 cart, which is a pretty good setup. Here for later. Alright, once we get this unloading, we'll finish this strip up, and I think we'll go to the small field there and knock that out real quick, and then we'll move on to the bigger one. That's really cool. You can see all up inside there where the chaff comes out. It's cool. And this fired up. And go. But yeah, 3D tracks are definitely a game changer for farm sim. But yeah, those tracks now I think it is possible to do 3D tracks for the quad track and stuff like that, like road track and 9RX and stuff. I think that's possible to do, so that'd be cool to see on some of those mods. But now we have 3D tracks, we have animated dynamic sky, and now we just need dynamic dirt. That would be cool, like Cattle and Crops has. Open up the big field, then move on to the small one. Alright, we can do that. I'll get this going, we'll go get the 8RT later. Get the headlands taken off of this, and then we'll go over there real quick, get that field done. Yeah, we're missing a little bit. Alright, let's switch over to the header so we can raise that up when we get to the end. Now we got that field to do over there, across the tree line after this one, or after both of these here. And then we got 2 more fields after these to do. Hey Hayden and Farmer. It's going pretty good, actually, which is good. Getting a lot of corn harvested today. Now this was a no-till field on top of soybean stubble, so it's you can still see the soybean stubble through the bottom of the corn fodder, which gives the fodder a light colored look instead of being darker. So that's why it may look a little bit different, but still looks pretty cool. Oop, the seed tender. We forgot the seed tender outside all summer. Oops. Forgot to get that. Alright, coming up around on the, well, we're about halfway done with our first settlement on this field, and then we'll keep going after that. We'll go grab the truck and 8RT after this so we can unload when we need to. Because right now, we're at 16%, so we're good for a while. Good stack of fodder up on top of the chopper in the feeder house. Yeah, that'd be cool. Because it would build up over time. That would be really cool. Yep, you did. You got here actually pretty early. Hello. Can you take the duals off for 40 and use that as auger tractor? We have the 4955 on the auger right now. It's just sitting there. Yeah, it would be cool to see the fodder stacked up on the feeder house and stuff. That'd be really cool. gotta look at the dairy cattle here soon too. Even though we're not using seasons, they might need to be fed. So I gotta take a look at that. Take a look at them. But we only have, I think, 35 of them now. Hey Wyatt. Yes, this is Automox. It says in the stream title. Yeah, it'd be cool. I like it. I'll open up this field and then get at least one headland taken off. I think that's all we're gonna do. No. All mods are free to download anyway. No, I have the duals are sitting on the 4955. Alright, we'll take another headland off, at least just this end of the field, so it's easier to turn around down here, being there is a ditch there. I don't know, Wolf. So we're running 33% right now. Oops. Hey, Wyatt. I mean, I could take the duals off, but it's just sitting on the PTO. It's not really in the way of anything. Alright, so let's make our paths going back this way and keep going, making some progress here. Won't take long. Even though we are running an 8-row, we're running at about 5.5 miles an hour, which is a little bit fast, but it's smart, so I'm okay with it. I don't know. I don't know if you are. Shouldn't be, but I don't know. Hey, John Deere Combine, 6600. Cool. Hey, Trent. S660 and an 8-row interrally. Yeah, it's a perfect setup. This is an S670, but even it's pretty similar. I'm not sure if I'm gonna chisel some of the hay strips or not. I might. I don't know. I know I'm gonna be chiseling some ground with that max chisel, but I don't know if I'm gonna be chiseling hay strips or not. Yeah, I love running this 8-row head. Alright, we're going to take another headland off of here because we can't turn around without backing up. So we're at least going to take off another headland or two here. Yeah, I'm thinking I like the new corn stalks that I put on the plant. It looks pretty cool. Missed some there because I wasn't paying attention. I might plant that field there into winter wheat. That might be a winter wheat field that we put in. I haven't really decided quite yet. So then after we get the corn done, we'll be moving on to beans, I think, yeah. Hope the fodder and corn stalks. Yeah, they look it looks pretty realistic. One thing Farm Sim does need though is corn and beans that follow the rows that they were planted in. That is definitely needed. Well, haul out manure? I think so. I think we're gonna haul out our manure. Yeah, even though we're not using seasons right now, I think once we get the crops off, I'm gonna put the seasons back in. And then, we'll probably haul out our manure. I don't know how much of it we'll actually have. I don't think we have very much manure. And if we do, we'll spread it either way. I think we have more slurry than we do manure. Alright, so let's start another pass here. We're at 60%, so we're not doing too bad. This field isn't yielding as good as that strip was up there. I think that strip up there had manure spread on it, and this one didn't. So this one's not yielding nowhere near as good. How much corn? We got a lot of corn to do. We got this field, that field there, the field across the tree line, one field up by the new farm, and then one field over across the road. I believe it's field 6. See your tread marks get stuck in mud puddles. Yeah, that would be like dynamic ground that Cattle and Crops has now. With the plowing and cultivating, you sink in, and the weather system and stuff in there. Cattle and Crops definitely has some good potential, but it needs work yet. It's pretty early. I think it's still in alpha, or it might be in beta now. I think it's still in alpha though. But either way, I mean, it has potential. 9RT is not on demo. We own that thing. We're not demoing no 9RT. That we're owning that. Yeah, I don't know. I would hope Giants includes it, but I honestly, I wouldn't count on it. We're at 70% now. Yes, we are. This is a 608C. 8-row. We're not quite halfway through this field yet. Won't be long enough. We do not have the 83. I think it was 8320. We don't have that, but we have the Steiger. But I don't use it as much as I used to because we have the new tractors. Steiger, I want to bring it out of the shed every once in a while and throw it on the Kinsey or whatever. I use Creator Tools to get that off, the HUD off the screen. There's a couple other HUD hider mods that do the same thing, but I use Creator Tools for running and stuff like that, so it's useful for me in that sense. 77. Ready for the demo to hit the farm before we decide if we want to buy it. Yeah, I already had a 9RT on the farm before that, so this was just a direct replacement of that one. Yes. probably unload on this pass because I don't think we'll be able to make it back. Yeah, we might be able to. We'll see. 80%. Alright, yeah, so we're at 82% now, so we'll unload at the end of this pass, so we just don't have to keep worrying about it. That's not released yet either, wait. I think it's supposed to be soon, I don't know. Could be, I don't know. I know it's not released quite yet though. Pipe out. The Kinsey, I broke it when I was editing it, so we can't use that in the stream quite yet. I somehow broke it so it doesn't do its tillage anymore. I messed that up, I gotta go in and fix it. We are not going to be using the DMI wagons for harvest. That'll just be for moving short grain around in short areas. So yeah, we do have the 9RT on the farm, sitting here ready to go for when I fix the Kinsey. But yeah, it's 9460 RT. We might have to upgrade it to a 9520 RT. It just depends on horsepower, if we need more horsepower or not. Yeah, yields in farm sim are not 100% realistic. That's for sure. Oh, we left our header card all the way over here. Whoops. Alright, let's grab the 8RT and go unload the combine real quick. Around the truck. Set it. Alright, see it. Oh, there's still dust blowing off that. Yes, this is a Brent V800. Really nice auger wagon. Use gearbox? I've never used gearbox, I don't know what it's like. Alright, get the combine on again. And that means we're at 50%. Oops, wrong machine. This is a 8345 RT. It's Kevin's. I use a steering wheel and pedal setup. Actually, we're gonna have to go get the semi. Or actually, yeah, let's bring the semi here. We're gonna have to do more unloading. Thanks, fireman. So we're running the Kenworth here with our we're trying out the Dakota 48-foot trailer. Yes, Wade. No, the joystick panel I got separate with the SciTech set that I had before this. But the SciTech set ended up breaking. Like most people have had problems with it, so I the side panel is what I use alongside of this. So. Start privacy videos. Alright, cool. Yeah, we were pretty close to hitting the trailer there. Alright, we're gonna have to go unload that soon, but we'll keep harvesting. We got, well, you know, let's just get the last 9% out of the combine while we're here. Pretty close to the 8RT. Hey, we're doing pretty good. How about you? Okay, we'll get this fired back up and we'll keep going. Giants needs to add 3D tracks for everything. Yeah, they do. They definitely need to add that into the base game tractors for sure. It is definitely needed. It's pretty much a requirement for tractors now because it's so good. Alright, see you, Wade. I think I want to change out the dynamic sky textures. I think there's some better ones out there to add in. So doing pretty good, actually. How about you? FS17 has 3D tracks from what I've seen. That would definitely be cool, and a cool addition. And honestly, they can do it. So I think it could be added. And if it would be cool to see some confirmation though from Giants. They haven't put anything out recently. But I think they should. They could add it in for sure. Yeah, I know. FS19 is exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Because from some of the features that we've heard of so far, and the things that could be added, that are pretty much likely to be added, it's definitely going to be exciting. Screenshot the new Echo Combine and 3D tracks. I'm gonna have to take a look at that again up close. I didn't pay that close attention to that. The one with the Echo, the Fen one. Oh yeah, the ideal combine. I'll have to take a look at that. Because I mean, if they have 3D tracks in the game, that's gonna change the whole game for sure. Especially, I mean, one thing they need to add is dynamic soil, and where the corn plant, bean plant, whatever, follows the rows of the planter. Those are the two things that should have been added a long time ago, but haven't. Giants could have added in a lot of good stuff in the past, but not a 4 1495/60 RT, but need the horsepower of 2730. I should be able to pull the 2730, no problem. Hello. So I said we're over halfway done with this field. We don't got that much more to go. Then we'll be able to move on. We're going to do that small field next. And then go across the tree line. Yes, steering wheel and pedals are definitely worth the money to buy because they make the game so much nicer instead of all the jerky steering movements with A and D on the keyboard. It's a lot smoother movements. You can follow curves better. It allows you to control your throttle speed, so you don't have to go full speed all the time. You can just push the pedal down halfway and do it that way. Yes, that's definitely true. The lack of competition in farming games has definitely allowed Giants to just kind of slack off and not add in as much each game. But now they have cattle and crops. They got pure farming, which is not that good. But cattle and crops definitely is creating competition now, which gives Giants a little bit of competition to add some more stuff in, which I think is why they're going so much harder into FS17, is because they want to compete, which is good. That'll bring us a lot of good stuff. Maybe farming. For anyone new here is watching the stream, I do have a public Discord server now. The link was posted earlier in the chat. I'll post the link later on my Facebook page, as well in the description of this video, once it's on YouTube later. So keep an eye out for that if you guys want to join the server. Yeah, I'm having a good day. How about you? But yeah, definitely now that Farm Sim has some more competition, I do believe that will bring in some good features in the game now. I'm really looking forward to that event. What is it? I think it's in July 14th and 15th or whatever, where Giants has that convention and releases a bunch of information. I'm really looking forward to that because that's usually when they start releasing brands and giving out a lot of information. So I'm looking forward to that because the information that they release there is usually gives out a lot of detail. No, you can't cross-play between. We got about a pass and a half. Maybe we can fit it all in one pass. Not sure about that, we'll see. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get that all in one pass. About one more pass on the field, move on to that small one. Honestly, we could hook the 8RT up to the VT if we wanted, but we're going to run that on the cart for now. We got the 9RT on the Kinsey, so we got the 7R is on the anhydrous toolbar, which we'll be using once we get harvest completed. We'll be putting down our fall anhydrous for next year. Yeah, this Automox has been the map that I've played the most so far out of any map in 17. I've gone through a lot of seasons on here. I'd say I've probably gone through 6 or 7 full rounds of seasons. total, which I think is cool because you get to see year after year occurrence and how things change and how things are done differently. Because usually on maps, I usually only do 1 or 2 seasons, and then I get bored. But with Autumn Oaks, I mean, I've played well over 200 hours on the map, and I've gone through quite a few seasons. Yes, Custom next to net came in 9R. Yeah, Custom's 9RT and that 9RX would be a great tillage group. For a bigger map, anyway. 9RT can cover this map easily. The 8R is on the VT right now, but we might run the 8RT on it. We'll see. Alright, we'll get this unloaded into the cart here. Yeah, I'm not using GPS right now. I was just following, getting that pass done. We'll be using GPS in the next field. Or, not the small field, but we'll be using it in the one after that. We're running the Kuhn 30-foot VT. Alright, so we'll fill up the semi-truck, I think, here. I think it's pretty close. How full is it, actually? We're at, yeah, 94%, so we're going to have to go run that over to the silo in a minute. Alright, we'll go across here. Yeah, the 8R is a good VT. Or the 8R is good on the VT. Good tractor for the VT. Kuhn 30-foot VT, I know there's a version of it out there. I don't know if this version is released or not. Honestly, I don't know. Should get 9RX now. I'm not going to run the 9RX on this map. I've got the 9RT and plenty of other big tractors that are probably plenty big for this map. You're running the Kuhn 5635 and 2730. That's a good combination. Alright, should be good. Yep, we're lined up right here. Actually, we're one row over, but we'll go with it. So we're going to try to run a little bit in cab here, instead of running outside cab all the time. Of course, the field gets smaller here at the end, so we're going to have to cut over, but we're going to try to follow the rows as best we can. Yes, we do have cows. We have about 35 dairy cattle. Thanks, please. Yeah, we used to have 70-something dairy, 72 dairy cattle, I think, but I downsized to 35 because I didn't want to keep up with the feeding on it. I had to focus enough on our row crops here that I couldn't keep up with the dairy cattle all the time. We still have some, but we don't have as many. Alright, we'll line ourselves up about right here. It's hard when the field edges are curved. You sell your 9RX and keep it on the grain cart. Yeah, 9RX would be good on a big cart, but it's definitely good on tillage implements though, because it has plenty of horsepower. But so does the 9RT, so I'm sticking with that. Oops. messing around. Combine's finally starting to get dusty. We haven't seen this thing get dusty yet, which is, it's been a while. Gone through quite a bit of harvesting on it without it getting dirty. Alright, we're lined up, and we're at 20%. Yeah, so these two fields here did not get manure spread on them. You can tell by the yield. Yield on these fields is awful. We are not getting the yields we should be. Because that, the one strip up there filled the whole combine up. I think twice in that strip. And this field we're not even going to fill up the combine, probably over 50%. Well, we might get to 50, but we're not going to get much over that. Alright, we're going to take another headland off here because there's not enough room to turn around down here. We do have a Case Steiger 620 on here right now, which will most likely not be sticking around because we're going to be buying the row track version of it. We're going to be buying a Case Steiger 370 row track. Probably coming up here pretty soon. We'll be using the row track for a couple different applications. I really like it when we can line up the header and go in a straight line without having to turn. Because, I mean, if the corn rows followed a curve, I'd be okay with doing it, but they don't. I prefer not to do it if I can avoid it, but in this field we don't have to worry about it. Running at about 5.1 miles an hour, which is pretty good. Keeps fluctuating because I'm not using cruise control right now, but I should just put it on cruise control. Be consistent about 5.5. Alright, I'll get spun around here. Get ourselves lined back up and keep going. And we just hit 40%, so we'll get around 50% in the combine. This field is definitely not yielding to its potential. You set the row distance yourself in the version of the map? No, this is just whatever the width of the rows was earlier. When it was just the original version of the map, I didn't edit it. This header is just meant to fit the rows correctly. It's set for the in-game rows. Most of the headers don't line up with the rows, but these deer headers do. They're meant to line up with the rows, and when you're going, and when you follow the rows like this. Can't turn around very easily here. Probably should have taken another headland pass off, but oh well. Got one more pass left in the field anyway, and we're done, so it don't really matter. Hey David. We're just getting some corn harvest. And we just hit 50%. So I think we'll get like 50, yeah, probably close to 60%. Well, yeah, probably 55. I don't think we'll hit 60. Still a thing, and you'll have the second farm. Oh, the one I put in at the top of the map. But yeah, I like that farm too. Something different. It's a nice small grain farm, which is what I was going for. I wanted a small, something small, nothing. I did want to buy farm 4, just because of the size of the grain farm. I just wanted something small. We've got one more pass left here, and then we'll unload and move on. You have 2 save games, one with the older setup, one with the newer, like the 8Rs and whatnot. Oh, that's cool. Have 2 different save games on it. It's a nice idea, though. Right now on here, I use a mix of the stuff, but I typically use the newer stuff. I'm doing pretty good, dude. I typically lean to the newer stuff because of productivity, but I still like to use the older equipment. Got 2 rows down there. I think we got like 5 opening up down here. Then we'll be done. I'll run back over to the truck. We're gonna have to take the truck in and unload it at the silo. Get that unloaded. Where's the bin? We got 1 bin at the dairy farm, and then I believe 1. I think that's all we've built so far. We had to build, I believe, 3 other bins yet. We've only built 1. Alright, so we'll spin around here. We'll go over to the auger wagon. I think I'm going to run the VT on most of the corn stalks. This year we'll run the VT over them, break them down, at least get the stalks on the ground. And then in the spring we can always run it over with the VT again or the Kinsey. I'm going to do the wheat ground with the Kinsey in the fall. Bean ground where we'll probably just hit with the VT or the Kinsey, it doesn't matter either way. And then corn ground will hit with the VT. And then obviously we got to put down the anhydrous on the fields that are going into corn. Which I don't know exactly what fields those are going to be yet, because I haven't planned that out yet. But when we do plan that out, we'll be putting down anhydrous. So we have this field here to do, this field, and field 6. Then these fields here are worked up already. We got to work up this field with the 9RT and the Kinsey. VT anything that's orange, and then anything that's beans that we own, which is these 2 strips here. I really thought we had more beans planted, but I guess not. So these 2 here will be either VT'd or either way, it doesn't matter. Actually, we got to go down the road here to get to the next field, so we'll go grab the header trailer here with the combine real quick, and then put this on there. Alright, we left the header trailer over by the first field when we first put on the header. We'll go get that. Very short road travel, but I'm still gonna put it on the trailer, either way. She's right here up by the wheat field. Alright, spin around here. So yeah, this is a easy trail cart. Alright, that's put on there. Hook this up to the combine. And we'll go to the next field, and then we'll come back and unload the semi and all that stuff. Yep, so we got the 9RT sitting there, ready to go for when I fix the Kinsey, because I somehow broke it. When I must have, I don't know what I did to it. But we gotta go all the way out and around to get to this field. I would cut through the field, but it's not really realistic. Just go around and we'll go in down the driveway. Okay, good. I thought I stopped way too fast. I thought the header was, yeah, the header was gonna go flying, but it didn't. This combine's pretty big. We take up the whole road with this thing. We could run on the shoulder a little bit, but yeah, there's no one else on the road, so we're okay. And I could technically run down the road with the 8-row on, but we have a header trailer, so why not use it? Thank you. Yeah, I try to play as realistic as I can. Sometimes I'm not 100% realistic, but I try to be. Try to be as realistic as I can, because I know it looks a lot better. Cornfields at the end of this road here. We do own this field here to our right. Actually, you know what? We're gonna stop here because there's not any room down there. We do own it, but we haven't. I haven't planted it yet. All right, turn the beacons off, and we'll get our header hooked up. Then we'll go unload the truck and the 8RT and then bring them down here. Alright, I'm gonna pick that up. Real quick before we go do that, I am gonna cut an opening pass into this field so we can park stuff. So we can park the 8RT and stuff down in the field. let's get our opening headland done here. Then we'll go back and grab the other equipment. Take our headlands off because even though, I mean, the corn rows don't follow the curves like this, we still have to take headlands off, so we'll pretend the rows curve, even though they don't. Honestly, I think that could be added into 19. I honestly think it's possible that Giants will do it. Because Catalog Crops has this, I honestly think we'll see it in 19. Now, don't take that as it will be in 19, but I think we could see it. So there's the field we were just at. We're just across the tree line here. Such a long ways to go around just to get to across here. But we could clear a path in there if we wanted. We could get a stump grinder and cut some of the trees out. But I think we're okay without it. Alright, I'm just gonna go back this way because this side here has straight rows, so I don't have to worry about turning around at all. So let's go back down this way. This is an old hayfield that we plowed up. The chisel plow. We were gonna chop it for corn silage, but we didn't need any. We had plenty of silage left, so I'm just gonna leave it. I just let it go, and now we're harvesting. This field did have manure spread on it, which is why we're already at 26%. This field is yielding very well compared to those two. We'll go do, we might end up doing, let's do a third headland pass. Yeah, we'll do 3. Because turning around with 2 is not quite enough. Especially with this big of a compound. And then we'll go down and take the headlands off of this end of the field. Actually, we'll go do that now, actually. The fodder here is a custom texture that was swapped out to the original. 9560 RT, Pilsen Champ, make it work in 2730. Oh yeah, definitely. That's a definitely perfectly perfect tillage combo there. They'll work perfectly together. I do like that 9 RT. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that Kinsey actually that we have requires 500 horse, and we have a 9460 RT right now. We might upgrade that to a 9520 RT if we need to, because of horsepower. Not really. This combine is actually can run an 8-row header. I've seen combines. S670s and S660s run 8 rows all the time. They're capable of handling up to I mean, the S690 can run 16 row and stuff, but for our operation, an 8-row head is very realistic. I've seen a lot of videos of these things running 8 rows. And actually, a lot of farms, and any farm around us that has a S660 or 70, has an 8-row, just because of field size and pretty much just field size. farm size and stuff. They don't need to run 12 rows. Missed a little bit of corn there, but it's okay. Yeah, anyone around here that runs a combine like this has an 8-row. Now, saying that, there's farms around us, there's not many that have this big a combine, but for the ones that do, they do run 8-rows. 6 and 8-row headers are very common. Farther, I mean, now talking farther north, you would see 12 rows all the time, but over here, 12 rows are not common. Yeah, a guy runs a case combine, 24 row, 20-inch combine, or header. Isn't that the same as a 24 row, 20-inch? That's huge. What size 30-inch header would that be? Would it be a 16 row 30? We'll come back and get that. I just want to make a straight pass here on the end, and then we'll go back and get what we missed on the left too. Probably a 16 row 30-inch. Yes, I am in Michigan. I know a lot of guys right now, for a lot of guys, I mean, most guys would be planting or at least doing tillage by now. Usually in a good year. This year is not a good year. There's still people with snow and cold and mud, and it's going to be at least a couple weeks here before I would think we'd see any tractors running. 40 foot wide. So yeah, I think that would be a 16 row 30, I think. Alright, now that we got a space cut here, we'll run and grab the 8RT and truck. So we're already at 82% here, so definitely got to go get the 8RT. Yeah, I don't know. I think guys around here still do 30-inch rows. I don't think very many people do 20-inch rows. And I know a lot of guys run 30. I think run 15-inch. I know there's probably some guys that run 15-inch beans, 20-inch corn, but I don't know. Alright, we'll run the 8RT up by the bin so we can unload into the semi as it unloads into the auger. And then we'll take everything down to the new field. Tried planting a week ago with the fertilizer tubes froze, disc trapped in frozen clouds, field cultivator just scraped the ice. Yeah, it's very late winter or late winter. We definitely did not have a early spring. Hey Joe. But yeah, I mean, for us we haven't had frozen temperatures or cold, like frozen cold, or snow. We had an inch of snow today, but it melted within like 5 hours. We haven't had any major freezes here, so once it does warm up enough and dry out the ground, I would be expecting to see guys here probably running within a couple weeks. It's gonna be a while yet, but I wouldn't say it would be too much longer. 20-inch rows are horrible. No, I think for some people 20-inch rows work very well from what I've heard. For some people, 20-inch rows may not do as well. But I know for a lot of people, 20-inch rows do work. It's just like sorry, I bumped my mic there. It's just like for no-till ground. No-till works better for some people than it does others. Some people can't do no-till because they don't get the yields that they would for normal tillage. 20-inch rows do work for some people, but I don't think around here, I think a lot of guys still do 30 just because of their planters. I think most people still do 30-inch everything here. Alright, see you, Devin. This trailer should not be full. There's a lot of room left over. I don't think we're going to keep this trailer around. We'll stick back to our the International Train Star in that trailer. I don't really like this one too much. Alright, let's get the auger lined up. I think we're pretty close. I know we gotta put the bin on the end of it to catch. This is Automotives. Stream title. Yeah, we're not lined up. Should be good there. We had 5 days of 50-degree weather and everyone jumped at their chance to do some field work. Co-op was working 16-hour days. Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, we haven't hit 50 yet since I think February. I think we had one day in February that we hit, or a couple days in February that we got above 50. We had a few thaws this year, but we haven't hit 50 at all in March or April yet so far. So I'm looking forward to next week. I think it's supposed to be April 9th or something, or 12th, that we're supposed to get above 50. But it's supposed to rain those days right now, so nobody will be doing field work at that time. We're in, that was a 49.55. It would take a lot for me to release that series because I'm not going to be releasing it. It's not mine to release. We're going to move that tractor out of the way, so we're going to have to move it close. We're just going to park it off here. Alright, yep, get the 8RT, get that lined up. No, I'm not going to stream that because I want to play rows. So. It was hitting 60 and now it's snowing. Yep, sounds like the northern tier of the US right now. Teases you with a little bit of warm weather and then nope. Yeah, that is true. Snow and rain is definitely helpful to the ground. It's just I know a lot of guys are wanting to run by now, but they can't. Gotta wait for those things to close, or the doors to close down. There we go. Yeah, that is a nice 4020. Needs a little bit of work done to it. It's not perfect, but yeah, we had about an inch of snow that fell this morning, or last night, I should say. It's gone now, but it was just a very quick inch of snow. Alright, we'll take this down to the field. What do you mean by average planter? Do you mean brand or size or? Should have had a, yeah, no. That's the way, with the way things are going right now. I mean, that would be a interesting mod to see added, but what do you mean by average planter? So I mean, average row size is usually 8 row, 8 to 12 row size, 8 to 12 row planters is kind of. I've seen more 8 rows. I've seen a couple Kinsey planters, deer. No, I've seen a couple Kinsey planters. I think it was an 8 row planter I saw one time. It was working. It was no tilling in beans when I saw it. Alright, arrived at the field here with the 8RT, and we'll go back at the semi. I would really like to see some good Kinsey planters in FS. Kinsey makes awesome planters. It'd be sweet to have some added. I know there's that 3600 or whatever out there, but it's not good. Alright, grab the truck. And, did I hit the auger? I think I did. Hold on. Alright. Get out here with this, and go from there. Took that corner way too fast. Alright, so we got quite a bit of corn in that bin. I think we put down a 300K bin there. So we'll be able to fit quite a bit into it. Yes it is. Alright. So this truck would be awesome to have a Jake brake on it. Hey, bro. Planter size? Yeah, we typically see 8 to 12 row planters here. I have seen a few air drill. I've seen one air drill, I think. I don't know. It was a John Deere. I didn't get to see the model number on it, but I have seen one John Deere air drill, which probably, I don't know, 80 to 90% of the beans here are planted with a planter. There's only a few farmers that I know do plant beans with a drill, which is what that air drill was doing. You don't see that very often. Yeah, this S series it's pretty good. It's the best one so far. But I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream for tonight because no, I'm not going to. Let's keep going. I don't feel like stopping quite yet. Let's keep going. keep rocking, harvesting some corn here for a while yet. Alright, this field's pretty big. Yeah, we're at 87% right about here. Oops, wrong one. Get quite a bit of corn out of here, especially with the way this is yielding right now. We'll get quite a bit of corn. Stop here at the end of this pass. Yeah, and we'll get a little bit more corn harvested. But it's only 8:40 right now, so we'll go for a while yet. Yeah, this originally was going to be an S7 series, but we decided on making an S6 series, being it already had the correct panels and everything for a 6 series. So it was better off we're going to a 6 series. Yeah, Lexians are nice combines, so I do like Lexian. It would be really cool to see a like the Lexian before Caterpillar stopped making them. Well, Lexian still made them for Caterpillar, but it'd still be cool to see the older style, that with the cat logo on the side. The Echo Ideal Combine, it looks cool. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like super excited for it, but I mean, it does look kind of cool. And we know it's confirmed for 19, which is cool. I'll definitely be using that 19. Oops. Lexian is the only brand that has a Class 10 combat. How much horsepower do the Class 10 Lexians have? Like what? Well, they have to have a pretty high horsepower to be Class 10 for sure. Because I know the classes are determined by horsepower and grain capacity, I think. I've been watching a lot of Big Tractor Power lately. Yeah, I know it's Lexian with the cat sign. Dealer, here goes a cat. Yeah, they're cool. I would love to see an older style Lexian like that for farm sim, with the cat logo. That would be really cool. I would use it. Why do we keep missing a little? Must not be lined up correctly with the rows or something. Yes, Preston, but hello. 590 horse. Wow. That's a lot for a combine. That's cool though. That's cool to know that they're the only brand that makes a class 10 machine. I know everyone else has up to class 9, but I didn't know class 2's only, or class is the only one that has a class 10. Isn't Deere working on a prototype for a class 10? At least that I saw. I don't know if it was true or not, but I believe they're working on a class 10. Uh, 50,000 bushels in 10 hours using one combine. I have not seen that one, but I have seen the New Holland one, where they harvested a certain bushel. I've seen the New Holland one, but I have not seen the Livestream one. Yes, I have heard about the Tribine. I hate it. That thing looks so ugly. Yeah, that Tribine is a weird machine. Really? That's awesome. Alright, well, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here for tonight, guys. For real this time. So thanks to everyone who came out and watched the stream. And I hope to be streaming again tomorrow at some point throughout the day. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.